Hey y'all. How's everyone tonight? I'm sorry I kept hitting dead zones earlier on my live. Hey Eva. Hey Patty. What's going on? How are y'all doing? It's been a long day. Same as usual. Hey Christy. Oh, I'm glad you got to talk to your son. Hey Rachel. Hi Steve. How are you? I'm good. You got a big project nearly done today? That's awesome. Hey Tony. What's up, brother? So we'll talk about tonight what I started talking about earlier, and I kept hitting dead zones. Oh man, me too, brother. They say it's supposed to hit 70 or no, 90 in the 90s tomorrow, I believe. Oh, that's awesome, Eva. And I'm gonna tell you something. That's a major achievement when you're suffering from depression. So I'm proud of you, Eva. Hey, Susan. And when you're suffering from depression, even the smallest of tasks will kick your butt. The fact that you got something done is amazing. Oh, wow. You almost got 7 miles in. And then you had a flat. Ain't that how it goes? But dang, girl, if I could get 1/4 of a mile in, I'd be done good. Yes, depression, anxiety, and PSTD. Yeah, I know. But the thing of it is, Eva, you're not alone. I suffer through the same things. So we're going to talk. We're going to talk about what I started talking about earlier today, and I kept hitting dead zones and buffering and all that good stuff. We're going to talk about water storage. You don't want just one plan for water storage, okay? Remember, 2 equals 1. 1 equals none. Because if something happens to that one, catchment system going. Am I not here? Oh my gosh, please. I don't want it to start doing that. I will talk about her in a little bit, Susan. I want to get a rain catchment system put on my house. Right now, I have city water. But I want to get a rain catchment system put on the house. I also want to get a well dug eventually. But, as y'all know, that takes money. In this day and age, money is hard to come by. So, hey, Tryon, I do have a pond that's out back of my house. I have a creek on each side that I can always get water from, which that's no big deal. I have a Alexa Pure water system, which is a generic Berkey. It doesn't cost as much as a Berkey, or back when I bought it, it didn't. But I'm going to tell you what, them suckers have gone up. Them and the Berkey, right? I looked at the price on one today, and them and the Berkey are darn near the same price now. Thank God I got mine back when I got it. We're also going to try to make a generic Berkey filter. I'm going to make one in a video so that it will cost you a fraction of the cost that an Alexa Pure or a Berkey costs, but you're still going to use the same filters. So it'll be the same system, just different containers. Oh, I love my Alexa Pure. I do. But also when you're talking about the water storage, you need to make sure any containers that you use has not had any chemicals in them, okay? I don't care if you're just belling water out of the pond. You do not want to use a bucket that had hydraulic fluid in it in its original purpose, because you know that hydraulic fluid sat in the store there Lord knows how long before you bought the bucket. Then there's no telling how long it took you to use all the hydraulic fluid out of that bucket. And you clean it out, you clean it out, you clean it out. You're not going to get it all out. So no. Get you a food grade bucket for hauling water, or food grade barrels, or a food grade IBC tote. Make sure you don't contaminate your water in any way, I mean, yeah, you may be dipping water out of that pond, but 9 times 10 out of that pond, it's not going to have chemicals in it, okay? Unless you spray your land for weeds and you're using an herbicide on it. I don't use herbicides. My dad didn't use herbicides, so I know for, let's see, my dad had this land 10 years before I was born. So I know for a darn good fact that there was no herbicide used on this land for 60 years. Yep, a couple of pickle buckets from the Sonic. Go to your bakery shops. Get a couple of frosting buckets. So, when you do, look at it this way. Look at everything as 2 is 1, 1 is none. Okay? Always have a backup. I like to have a backup for my backup. Because this is just the way my luck goes, all right? I ain't gonna lie to you. This is just how my luck goes. If one thing breaks down and goes to poo-poo, 9 times out of 10, the other one's going to. Well, then I'd have a backup for that backup. You know what I mean? So my goal is to not only have my bladders for my tubs, plus the water I've stored up in the house, but I also want a rain catchment system. I have my ponds. So you might as well say that's 3. But if I can get a well, that's 4. I know, city water. Oh my gosh, y'all. When our city water comes out of that sink, it smells like bleach. Pure bleach. So I put it through the Berkey. Or, well, not the Berkey, but the Alexa Pure. And y'all, I haven't been reading any comments. I'm going to have to go back. Oh, hey, Wendy. I didn't see you come in. Who all did I miss? There's Beaumont. My goodness. I already got 12 people in here. Your lip is healing up? Well, that's good. Yeah, all you have, yeah, Rachel, I know you're in Hawaii. All you have around you is salt water. Also, make sure y'all have a way to boil your water. Make sure you have a way to purify it. If you're planning on using those little tablets that you drop in there, make sure you have plenty of those suckers on hand. Make sure you have plenty of bleach for if you have water stored in drums or whatever, that you have enough bleach to treat them in case a bacteria or something gets in there. No, mine is not the same thing as the water pitcher. Let me see if I can find, I'll try to leave a link to mine, or you can go to Amazon and find like a Berkey. But anyway, this is what I use. I love it. Hey, Vi. I have a couple, I believe. I have mini Sawyers. Not live straws, but mini Sawyers. And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like them. I mean, I just don't really care for them. Now, don't get me wrong, in a dire situation, I'll be glad to have them. But I just don't really care for them. That is to Patriot Supply. That is the kind of water filter I have. One filter. Now, the filters from Patriot Supply outdo the filters from Berkey. Not going to lie to you. They do more water than the Berkey filters. They filter out more water than the Berkey filters, almost twice as much. Hey, Aid. I think the Berkeys filter out 3,000 gallons, and Alexa Pure either filters out 5,000 or 6,000 gallons. Oh, hold on. Do what, Rachel? Oh, no. They sprayed. So you're going to lose all that stuff. Hey, Julie. Hey, Heaven. That's yeah, so you're going to lose Lance's toys and all your plants. That's horrible. Oh, I'm not gussied up. Hi, Lila. Well, I took a nap when I got home from the funeral. I ain't gonna lie. I took a nap. You better leave Lila alone, Thirsty. I kick you in the bobo. She's my girl. So, yes, very long day. But you know, the funeral was like my dad's funeral. It wasn't really sad. Everybody stood around laughing and telling stories about things that my uncle and them did when they was little. And I was telling a story about my Uncle Earl. He loved to squirrel hunt, or not squirrel hunt. Well, he loved to squirrel hunt too, but he loved to hunt raccoons. And my cousin Randy, which is older than me now, he's older than me. He was like 5 years older than me. He was a teenager. And Uncle, he wanted to go coon hunting. Anyway, he was the world's worst to get lost, okay? Uncle Earl had no sense of direction at all. Anyway, Dad told him, said, brother, he said, you're going to get turned around, you're going to get lost. Uncle Earl looked at him, he said, no, Jay. He said, I got this. And y'all got to think, this was back in the 70s. So in the 70s, 20-something dollars for a compass, that was a high dollar compass, okay? He told him, he said, no, Jay. He said, I got me a compass. He said, we won't get lost this time. Dad said, okay. Well, him and Randy, they finally left. And about 3 o'clock in the morning, we get a phone call. I stumble into the living room and answer the phone. I said, hello. And it's Randy. He says, Dane, he says, is Uncle Jay there? I said, yeah, he's in bed. He said, will you go get him up? I said, yeah. So I went and got Daddy up. Daddy come to the phone, and me being a nosy little kid, I was standing there listening. Anyway, Dad said, all right, brother. He said, all right, I'll come get y'all. And so he went, got in the truck, and he went and got my uncle and my cousin and brought them back to the house. And they finished staying the morning until it was time to get up and them leave. Randy come in that door and he said, Uncle Jay, he said, we've been lost for 8 hours. He said, I started begging Daddy about 6 hours ago to find a house and call you. Daddy looked at Randy. He said, well, y'all had a compass. Randy looked at Dad and he goes, yeah, but Dad got mad and threw that thing. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, Heaven Bound. There you go, Lila. Oh. Yeah, I have a big and drink a cold beer. Well, this is my deal. If something happens to me, my family, if they want to have a funeral, they can have a funeral. If they don't want to have a funeral, I don't expect them to have a funeral because this is what I want. When something happens to me, I want to be cremated. My mama, first thing out of her mouth was like, oh, I can't do that, sister. That'd be like sending my child straight to hell. I said, Mama, I said, you want to know what would be like sending me straight to hell? And she said, what's that, sister? I said, you letting me rot in a box with bugs eating me? I said, no, 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 no. I said, get me to ashes faster. So anyway, and I just want to be scattered on the land. So if I die, y'all want to come? Y'all can have a little whatever here. Just throw my ashes in the wind and say, have fun, fly away. And if anybody cries, I'm going to haunt you. I don't want no tears over me dying. So, but if something happens to be, I do not want any tears. I want people to remember happy stuff. I want people to talk about crazy things I've did or said. But first person that cries, I'm going to haunt your ass. That's it. Well, see, that's the thing. You can laugh till you cry, Eva. You can laugh till you cry. But I don't want you to cry from sorrow. I'm going to haunt you. See, Susan, no, you look at it this way. If I have to haunt you, I'm not getting to rest in peace. Because it's not a loss, Patty. I mean, yeah, they may have lost something, but they didn't, because they still got the memories, okay? I want them to be happy for me because I got to go be with the Father. I got to go where I wanted to go. See, you got to look at it this way. If something happens, you know I'm happy. And eventually you'll be there with me. And man, can you imagine? Can you imagine when y'all finally get to be there with me? What kind of a party we're going to have? Oh, Jamie, I'm fine. Yeah, I can't be. I'm gonna tell you what. If I have to haunt you, that means I'm having to walk away from Christ for a little bit. Y'all, I don't want to miss none of him. Hey, Cheryl. Yep. I'll knock somebody up for a loop if you touch my honey or my boobs. You need to move your butt out of the way so I can read the screen. Yeah, I can't stand the thought of bugs, y'all. No, I don't do bugs well. I thought that was a bug. That was a button. I don't do bugs. I don't do worms. I sure don't do little flies when they're in the larva stage. I don't like flies, period. But I sure don't like them in their larva stage. Get my butt to ashes. Cat, get down. Y'all, somebody needs to come get this blame cat. Yeah, I live in the countryside, but I don't like bugs on me. Don't like them. Don't want. And I've fought flies all my life, and it never fails when them suckers try to land on my nose, or they tries to land between my eyeballers, and I don't likes it. So when I die, at least let me have peace with no blame bugs. Yes, Susan, you need to come get that. You need to come get that cat. I told my son the other day he better find a home for her. I've had it. You gonna go to Daytona Beach trying? Well, I don't care. My tent don't want no bugs. I've had to deal with bugs all my life. My tent is tired of bugs. So it's just like, just. But I tell you what, but today was a really good day at the funeral. Everybody laughed. and I got tickled. One of my little cousins, well, he's a little cousin to me. He's not little no more. He's in his 40s. But he's still my little cousin. Or is it in his late 30s? He's in his late 30s, early 40s. I don't remember. Anyway, I was talking, and I heard him say, I hear Dana. He said, that's Dana's voice, but he said, I don't see her. And I seen Christopher just walking around, and he is looking. And I was talking to Randy, and he comes up, and I turn and I look at him. I said, hey, Christopher. And I don't know if it's because I was old or what. The boy grabbed me and he hugged me and he said, oh my God. I said, what, babe? He goes, I've never seen you in a dress. I ended up wearing a dress today. And I said, yeah. He goes, your hair's long. I said, yeah. He goes, I've never seen this. Hey, Monica. Hey, Kevin. Oh, you got the granddaughters tonight. That's awesome. Yeah, I had a funeral today. My uncle's funeral was today. And y'all, him and my dad were brothers, and they look so much alike. I am good. The first night, which I never said anything on here when he passed away Monday night, and I went live. I was taking it pretty hard because he was like my second dad. But I forced myself not to cry because, my little cousin, it was like, I've never seen you in a dress. I've never seen you dressed like a girl. He said, you've always been in overalls, shorts, or jeans. And he said, and boots. He said, I've never seen you dressed up. I looked at him and I grinned. I said, I only dress up on special occasions, and that's usually when somebody passes away. And he just started laughing. He said, well, I hope when I get to see you again, you're dressed up, because I just don't want to see you when I'm just dead. But yeah, he grabbed me and he hugged me. He goes, I've missed you. I haven't seen you in so long. Well, the thing of it is, this stupid cat has to stay in the house, Lila. The people that had her before had her declawed. Well, I hold on. Let me give you history on this cat. When the cat was born, she was born here to Shadow Kitty. We give the kittens away. They took and had this kitten declawed. Then, after this kitten was about a year old, they decided to give the kitten to my son because they were moving away. Then, my son ended up moving, dropping the cat off on Mom. And so now I have to have a cat in the house. I don't like cats in the house. I'm sorry, I don't like it. I can handle cats outside. I hate cats in the house. But she has to stay in a house because she has no way to defend herself now. All right, Thirsty, what's your question? You want a cat? If I passed the person that was in second, I'd be in second place. Because that meant I was in third place. I passed the person in second, so I would be in second place. Hi, Rain. Well, see, I ain't dumb. You should have seen my. All right, y'all. I have a little bit of an ornery bone in me. My daughter was all sitting out at the picnic table. And I looked at my daughter and I said, if YES spells yes, what does EYES spell? She looked at me funny. She goes, what? I said, if YES spells yes, what does EYES spell? She goes, yes. And I looked at her and I busted out laughing. And Kate looked at her. She goes, Sissy, it spells eyes. My daughter just. And I looked at Kate. I go, Kate. She goes, what? I said, you're a smart ass. But you'd be surprised how many people say that gives you a stupid look, and they'll sit there and try to figure it out and sound it out. Because you've already got them thinking the YES at the end has to say yes. Yeah, it's a very. Oh, I'll tell you what. Aid was on a live one night and he's, oh my gosh, this crazy, stupid computer. It just all of a sudden goes off and starts wanting to know. It's like Siri. I don't know what the deal is. Like where and where? I know. Oh, Rylan. This computer has been doing this. It's been freaky. It'll all of a sudden just make my screen go black, and this little microphone will come up here and say, I'm listening. Well, what the hell are you listening for? I wasn't talking to you, computer. I was talking to the peoples. It's crazy. But now I've lost track what I was talking about. computer done went and screwed me up. Oh, I was listening to Aid one night and he said something. Raylan. Hi, Raylan. And I thought, what in the world is he talking about? So instead of feeling like a dummy, I had to go type in what it was that he was talking about. And I can't remember what it was, but it told me what it was. But I didn't want to feel like a dummy. Well, thank you, Autistic Prepper. Thank you. This is my night clothes. Y'all is getting to see me in my gown tail. It's just an old dress, but it's and I got a shirt on because, well, it goes too low, and I don't want to shine my boobies. Well, thank you. But I've got to get me some material and put from here to here because yeah, I don't like my boobies falling out. But I think it was that night we were talking with Wes. And Aid said something, and I wouldn't, I mean, I'd heard the word before, but I didn't know what it meant. So I had to look it up. Oh, did you? Well, this thing is so weird. All of a sudden, my screen will go black. Can't see y'all. This little microphone will come up and say, "I'm listening." I don't know what you're listening for because I ain't asking you nothing. Oh, Raylan wants to garden. Start out with some beans, baby. Go to your grandma's kitchen. Grab you a bean. You go when you take your bean. Get you some soil. Make your soil moist. If you have a styrofoam cup, that'll work too. Put you some soil in that little cup. Get you a bean where the little eye part is sticking straight up because that's where the leaves come out. Okay? Cover up your bean. Water it just a little bit. Don't water it too much. You'll drown it. And give it a few days and you will have a little bean coming up there. Oh, Siri does that to me too. What about a satanic church? Oh, wow. That's creepy. That's creepy. Well, you know that night that I was on live and that thing went across my screen? The same time that thing went across my screen, in the back behind me, you could see a face. Ade's the one that caught it, and he took a screenshot and showed it to me. She told you what I said. Yep, you can grow sprouts in wet paper towels. You can cover them with plastic. You don't want them covered after they really start growing. I don't know. I have no idea whose face it was. I wish I could screen share with y'all. I don't think I can. Let's see. No, that won't let me screen share. It was a what? Speak English, Abe. Oh, your Alexa told you that she hears what you said? Oh, wow. Yeah, it was the shape of a face. And we don't know who it was. Night, Patty. Sweet dreams. It didn't look like my aunt or my cousin, so I don't know who it was. But whoever they were, they stopped in to say hello. But it was so weird. It was like, all right, whatever it was passed in front right here. You could see me through it, and there's a window behind me. Whatever it was looking through the window into me. It was so weird. You didn't say anything to her? Your cousin Justin thinks I'm funny. Yeah, but if you look, it's so strange because it's like there's 3 layers. There's whatever it was that went in front of me, and through the window, you see looking in a face. Oh, you're welcome. Maybe she'll go grow her some beans. Hey, peas work too, Raylan. I tell you what, Raylan, if you have a cup and you have some dirt, see if your granny has a cup and has a little bit of dirt and a bean, and I'll go get a cup and dirt and a bean, and we'll plant one together and we'll see how they grow. The boogeyman? No, it wasn't creepy though. I mean, it was just, and it looked like the whoever it was wearing old timey like clothes. It was so odd and cool at the same time. And I got a dog now pushing on my table, y'all. So if my computer starts doing this stuff, it's the dog. Oh, was that when it happened when I said your name? It was wild. It was wild. It was like, this is cool and creepy all at the same time. It's all rolled into one. But I just think it was kind of wild to get to actually catch it on video. I mean, it was a little strange though, this orb thing go in front of me and me turn it and it just went out the door. I was like, okay. And I was so glad y'all seen it because I thought I was actually gone bonkers. Okay, let me go get a cup. I'll be right back, y'all. I gotta grab some dirt too. I'll be back. Let me get a cup. Oh, shut crazy cat. Okay, all right, I'm here. You don't want to give it to your male goats. It can cause them to get kidney infections. All right, Raylan, you got your dirt? We're gonna put our dirt in our cup. Now we got our dirt in our cup, okay? We're gonna add just a little bit of water. We're gonna let our dirt soak up our water for just a little bit, okay, before we put our bean in there. We don't want to drown our bean. Mine sucked that water up pretty good. My dirt's pretty dry. We put a little more in there. Okay, we're going to get our bean. And you see that little end right there? Well, nope, you can't see that. Hold on. You see the part with the spot? We're going to make that point up, okay? We got it in our cup. See it? It's pointing up. We're going to get a little more dirt. Going to cover the top of it. And I don't put a hole in mine for 3 days. I wait till it starts sprouting. And once it starts sprouting, I'll put a hole in the bottom of my cup. That way water will drain off. So now we're going to let this set for a little bit. Put it, if you can, put it underneath a light. Or in a windowsill. And you'll have a bean growing. But yeah, I leave mine. I don't put a hole in mine until after it sprouts. Sometimes it takes 3 days for it to sprout. Sometimes it takes 7 days for it to sprout. But I wait until I see it sprout. Then once it sprouts, I'll take a pen or a pencil, poke a couple of holes in the bottom of it. That way water drains out and it doesn't drown. But I won't water it anymore until I get holes poked in it. Oh, hey, do you remember what the timestamp was? I don't remember what the timestamp was. Oh my God, dogs, please get away from my computer. Between y'all and the blame cat. Yeah, I thought my Hunter Honeys was supposed to come spend the weekend with me, but he never showed on or showed up. But I think they're going to come out here this weekend. They're going to help me build fence. All right, y'all. Amanda's got a new boyfriend. I like him. He's so much like Rick, it ain't funny. But he's more talkative than Ricky. And I was out the other day trying to do stuff. Trying to get stuff done, and they showed up, and he seen me out there working. He come right out there and started helping me work. I didn't have to ask for no help. It was odd. Then he tells Amanda that they're coming back out this weekend to help us work on the fencing. So, yeah, my oldest daughter, y'all, oh my gosh, she's been through so much crap. It tickled Amanda to death because he was right out there with me, helping me. And she come over there and went to helping me too. She told my mom, she says, he's so much like Daddy, it ain't funny. Except for Daddy will talk, or except for CJ will talk, but Daddy won't. I don't remember when it was. It's the name of the video was like, what was that? Or I don't know the name of the time. I don't know the timestamp. Oh, girl, I got 7 kids. I've got a son that is 32. He'll be 33 in November. Amanda will be 32 in May. Wilrika will be 30. Hold on, let me think. Wilrika will be 31 the 25th of this month. Shoshone is 25. Brittany is 21. Dakota will be 20 in December. And Katie will be 14 14 next month. I don't know. I don't remember when it was. But the timestamp was hold on, let me see if I can find it. Oh, it's getting hot in here, y'all. I may have to find a fan. Let's see. Okay, come on. Hands, we're going. I must be having a hot flash. Well, that wasn't the name of it. Okay, the name of the video is Tell Me What That Was at 4303. Oh, crap. Hold on. I'm getting the link. There's the link. Oh, you got carrots in. That's good. Oh, Lala, I'm sorry, honey. Hey, Oily. Oh, not trying. But yeah, that was the strangest video or the strangest live I've ever been on, and the coolest all at the same time. Y'all, I'm gonna have to turn that air conditioner up. Just bear with me. My gosh. Let me move that chair out. Maybe I'll get some air. All my books and stuff piled up back over there. What's the best way to what, hun? I'm finally getting air now. But if you can put them in a window where they'll get sunlight, or even a regular lamp, if you'll put them underneath where they'll get light, they should grow. When you go to water them, don't just pour water in there. Use a squirt bottle. Squirt them. That way you don't overwater them. So what y'all want to talk about? Because the chat ain't moving, and I begin to think there ain't nobody here. Oh, she did not get out of jail. You're welcome, hon. She didn't get out of jail. And I know me smiling about it does not seem nice, okay? But this is the way I look at it. If she's in custody, I know she's not out getting in trouble. I know she's not laying out on the side of the road dead somewhere. And I know she's not getting the drugs. So I'm able to sleep decent, not having to worry. Wasn't that weird? Did you see the face behind me? But I'm not having to worry if she's eating. She's getting 3 square meals a day. May not be what she wants, but she's getting them. I know she's not on the side of the road dead. It's behind me, Oily. Look in the window. It's creepy and cool at the same time. Okay, Wendy. this video, and it tells you the timestamp on it. I believe it's 4303 or something like that. It's freaky and cool all at the same time. You're welcome, Jamie. But that was the oddest, creepiest, wildest thing that has happened in a long time. Thank you, Hunt. Oh, wow, K-Dog, I'm sorry. You can screen share on Zoom. Did you see the face? Isn't that cool? And it all happened within a split second. Well, the thing of it is, Rachel, it wasn't nothing menacing. It wasn't, how do I put it? It didn't have a bad feeling. There wasn't a menacing presence. It was just like, oh, wow. Sorry, K-Dog. But, I mean, it wasn't like a menacing presence. It wasn't nothing evil felt about it or anything. And I think we had just been talking about my aunt and my little cousin dying. And next thing you know, there's this orb. Well, see, it didn't scare me. It was just, I was really hoping that everybody else seen it too, because I thought, have I just gone batshit crazy? But when I said, did y'all see that? And everybody seen it, I was like, oh, thank God I'm not crazy. Tomorrow I will be going and getting more hay. We're going to be looking at a tractor like we need another one. But you know men. You got to have them toys before you have the stuff you need. So anyway. Oh, not Lila. Gonna take the kids to the park. That's cool. Well, hello, Catherine. Welcome. Everybody, please make Catherine feel at home. But yeah, tomorrow we're going to be going. Rick's got to work. Once he gets off work, he's going to come home. We're going to hook up the trailer. We're going to go pick up the hay. And the guy has a tractor we're going to be looking at. So we may end up coming home with another tractor too. I've got my cousins watching for haying equipment, so well, it hasn't froze here yet, Z, so they're not ready here. Girl, you can come deep clean my house. Oh, are you working at the election? Cool. But yeah, we haven't had a frost yet, so our persimmons are not ready. Oh my gosh. I heard about her stunt today. I do have a homestead. I'm not in Florida though, baby. I'm in Oklahoma. I have several people in here right now. I know of, well, I ain't gonna say several. I know of one that's in here right now. She's in Florida. Oh, I know that feeling, K-Dog. I've been sneezing. Cat, please get down. Somebody please come get this crazy cat. Yeah, she's wanting a 25th Amendment committee. I'd like to commit her butt right out of there. I'll be nice. Y'all, I ain't got nothing nice to say about Nancy P. Lousy. Yes, ma'am, she is the devil. I just don't have anything good to say about that woman. Nothing good at all. Yeah, Rachel's in Hawaii. I need Rachel to send me some pineapples. Oh. Oh gosh, Z. That woman. I know it's not nice to say, but if that woman was on fire, I would not pee to put her out. I couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it. And I'm getting that way with all politicians. Man, I'm hoping all this lockdown crap is over. I tell you what, this is what got me. Right at the funeral today of my uncle, this is what came out of my sister's mouth. I don't know who to go hug and who to talk to because I don't know where they've been. I looked at my sister. I said, these people are your family. It don't matter where they've been. Well, I don't want to get sick. I said, well, if God lets me get sick over a hug, I said, then he's just going to let me get sick. I was hugging everybody. I was happy to see everybody. I love everybody. And you know what? If a hug kills me, so the hell what? Hey, Brenda. If you're part of my life, you're part of my life. I love you no matter what. I don't give a crap where you've been. I'm going to get a hug. But I heard her say that crap, and I looked at her and I said, we're not put here forever anyway. Was it creepy? Well, thank you, Raylan. And you're welcome, honey. Yes. I am so tired of people being scared of each other. All they're doing is conditioning people to stay away from each other. That's all they're doing. And you know darn well they're sitting back and laughing because some of these people are falling for it. Well, I have got to wear a mask if I go to Walmart because it's just easier to do than take the cussings from the little old people that are scared to death they're going to get sick. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I got. I said I would. Did the cat knock them down? Crap. Cat knocked them down. I don't know where she knocked them to. Poop, fart. Oh, there you go. If you have the means to get you some of these little things and put over your face, it holds that mask away from your face and you can breathe. They're awesome. You don't like people, but you down for hugs. But these will hold the mask away from your face to where you can actually breathe. And I think I got 30 of them at Amazon for $10. Exactly, Vi. But it's just, and then I had this cousin. I have this one cousin. I was going to hug him, and he goes, "We'll elbow bump." I looked at him. I said, "Don't bother." Told him I loved him and walked away. I mean, I wanted to be I wanted to tell him, "You're gay. You're scared to get a hug. Because you're afraid you'll catch the coronavirus, but you ain't afraid you'll catch the AIDS." Didn't make a blame bit of sense to me. I mean, it don't make a blame bit of sense to me. But me too, Vi. Yes. I was hugging everybody except for him. He went, and I went, "No, thank you. Because if you can't hug me, we ain't going to elbow bump." Well, I've been buying stuff for Thanksgiving already. I've got my ham. I need a turkey. I've got to get me a turkey. I've already got my ham. Y'all, I cannot find any pumpkin. I may not have no pumpkin pies this year. I have not found any pumpkin in my area. That's me, Z. I want a hug. And if any of y'all see me out in public and you say, "Hey, Dana," and I don't recognize your face all at once, don't be surprised. You're probably still going to get a hug. You may have to tell me who you are because my brain don't always work right. No, Ada, I didn't grow any. I should have. I didn't grow any. I don't have an Aldi around me. So, in my little town, you cannot find pumpkin. And I'm not going to drive 80 miles one way to get a can of pumpkin. It ain't worth it. I ain't going to Tulsa. My life means more to me than getting shot in Tulsa. Them people crazy. Y'all, if you ever come to Oklahoma, stay away from Oklahoma City and Tulsa. Just saying. The people crazy. Oh, you're making homemade chicken noodles. Chicken noodle soup. Oh, they're nuts, aren't they? Oily. The crazy buggers will shoot you for 50 cents. I don't know what them people be smoking or taking up there, but it's wild crap. Not Eva. Oh, I know Tulsa's a lot worse than Oklahoma City. But I'm not going to drive 150 miles to go to Oklahoma City. Not for a can of pumpkin. We may just do without pumpkin. But I'm going to try to go ahead and get my stuff for Christmas too, because y'all, there's a good possibility you're not going to be going and shopping. I love y'all too. But yeah, it costs out the wazoo to order it online. I'm going to try to get some, well, my goofy butt didn't plant no squash. Well, I'll take that back. I planted squash. My goats ate it. My goats ate everything. I got 5 maters out of my garden and 2 eggplants. The goats got all the rest. Oh, and I got a couple of cucumbers. And them goats wiped my plants out. That's another reason there's going to be. That's one reason all my stuff in my pantry is store-bought. Well, I guess I could make a sweet tater pie. I hadn't thought about it. I've been picking up my pecans, so I'm going to make pecan pie. I'm hoping I have a can or 2 of pumpkin from last year, but I hadn't come across it yet. Well, pumpkins are squash. But well, I got to be able to have goat milk first. My girls are in heat. Oh, my boy stinks. Y'all. Oh, lands, we walked out tonight. We was going to go down and let Little Man and Lily out because we had to separate them to where they can eat. We got to the end of my porch and I said, oh, my Lord. Night, Susan. Rick goes, what do you owe my Lord? And I said, do you not smell that? I said, oh, that boy smells bad. And Rick goes, what are you talking about? I said, the goat. And then Rick flashed the light, which the goat was probably about 30 feet away, but it smelled like he was right there next to you. Oh, y'all, he is ripe. I went to gagging. He smelled so bad. and then wanted to come up to me for loves. Oh, I don't think so. No, no, no. You stinky little butt, you're going to stay over there until all this in heat nonsense is over. Oh, he smells bad. And he has turned into a royal arse. If he thinks you're getting around his girls, he will run and he will get you. I told him, I said, boy. I said, you keep this nonsense up, I'm going to sell you. I know he only does it when it's mating season, but dang. Whew. So what all are y'all's plans? We've got to go get hay and look at a tractor. You do Halloween cards? Is that kind of like Christmas cards? Oh, wow. I ain't never heard such. Well, the thing of it is, it don't do no good to just have one, Jamie. Because if you're wanting a cow for milk, you got to have a bull to get that cow pregnant to where she'll be in milk. Same with the goats. And if you're wanting chickens just for the eggs, you're all right. But if you're wanting to raise chicks, you're going to need a rooster. You're venting your Instapot. I want an Instapot. Maybe someday I'll get one. That is cool, Rachel. I didn't know people sent cards out for Halloween. I mean, I knew they did it Valentine's Day and Christmas. Night, Wendy. Yeah, I've been on here for an hour and a half. Well, if they're with you, they're not homeless no more. Do you live in the country, Jamie, or do you live in town? Because if you live in town, you can probably have a couple of chickens as long as you don't have a rooster. I do with birthdays and Christmas and Valentine's. I had to buy Valentine's for Kate Bug. And I send people birthday cards when I remember the birthday. Y'all, my mind is getting horrible. Well, then you should be able to get a couple of chickens. Just get you just build you a small little chicken pen. And if you don't live in a town that if you don't live where there's an ordinance about roosters, you can have a rooster. But if there's an ordinance to where you can't have roosters, then just get you a couple of little hens. They don't make noise until they lay an egg. And then they'll cackle a little bit. So your rent. Well, you might be able to, since they're doing this no interest crap, maybe you can find you a house that you can buy with no interest. Then you won't have to deal with the owner other than yourself. I tell you right now is the time to buy a house. If any of y'all are looking to buy land or a house, now's the time to do it. Because they have the interest rate next to nothing. So we'll pray for you. Just start trying to save a little bit at a time to where even if you have to have a down payment, it may not have to be a big one. So oh honey, they can be found anywhere. You just gotta be persistent. I told Rick, I said, shoot, now would be the time to buy our dream house and our dreamland. But then I look at him and say, I don't want to go into debt. JT Hustle. Well, the thing of it is, the interest rate is what I'm talking about. The interest rate is darn near down to nothing. Oh, I know where you can get free land, but my butt ain't living in a desert. Nope, 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 nope. Owning property about got you killed. Oh my gosh, Vi, what? Oh, you talking about your family? Yeah, it's going up in price every day. Yeah, there's free land. It's usually in the desert. Not oily. But yeah, there's free land. It's usually in the desert or the swamp. Nope, there ain't no harm in watching them. There's some places in the U.S. that you can buy. I want to say it was 500 acres for $100 an acre. And I got to looking at it, and it was desert. And I was like, no, I'm good. Matter of fact, I think there was some in was it Wisconsin? It was dirt cheap, but it was very arid land. Oh, it's trying to drain the swamp. Yeah, they do, but you know how hard it is to get land in Alaska? That you know how, I mean, it's Kevin and Angie finally gave up and come home. Their channel, I want to say, used to be Mountain Creek Homestead. I don't know what the name of it is now. It may still be the same. They were trying to get land in Alaska. And every time they turned around, there was some other BS. It was horrible. There's too much red tape from what I gather. You don't miss the ex-mother-in-law. I have never been to Alaska. I would love to go and watch the whales. I imagine it is if you ain't too picky. Not many women want to deal with Alaska. They got some how extreme temperatures. For what, Truth? You don't want desert. At least if you want someplace, you don't want someplace where there's ice and snow all the time because you can't grow anything. Um, hey, Christy. Uh, I forgot where Lynn or Aid knows more about. Yeah, the swamp would be better than the desert because at least in the swamp you're gonna get you some gator or something to eat, or beaver, snake. Desert, you ain't gonna have no water. At least in the swamp you got water. Of course, you got crazy mosquitoes. But if I was gonna have to, I'd rather be in a swamp than a desert. That's just me. And I don't think the swamps really get bad winters, because if they did, their gators would die. So you'd probably have an extremely long growing season as long as it didn't flood out. That's right, gators. You eat them or they're going to eat you. Oh, you're in Texas. Well, I'm in Oklahoma, honey. What part of Texas you in? Well, the thing of it is, you can get your deep woods off. I mean, you're going to be living in it, but where's she missing from? Florida. Oh gosh, he's got some new skeeters. Yeah, I know. Yeah, mosquitoes are skeeters. St. Cloud, Florida. Okay. But you have some DEET and you can pretty much keep the mosquitoes off of you. But I would say if I was going to have land, I would rather have swampy land than desert. Swamp, at least you got muskrats, you got beavers, you got gators, you got fish, you got snakes. You can eat all those. It's not that I'd want to eat them, but you can. But if you're going to have a garden, you're going to want to build it up to where it won't flood out. They found her phone on I-95. Look at that crazy cat up there. I wouldn't mind having an island as long as it was a freshwater island. I don't want to be stuck in seawater. Poor Rachel stuck in seawater. Now there's a little island out there in the lake, Lake Eufaula. Oh, there's a couple of them. I wish I owned. But of course, you'd have to have a boat to get back and forth to the main land. Rachel, get your butt back here. See, you're gonna have to get a. Yep, they have they have all sorts of wildlife. Deer. Maybe he will. Keep begging, darling. Keep begging. Yeah, you can live off of fish. But you wouldn't have to in a swamp. Shoot, you'd have gator, you'd have deer, you'd have all sorts of stuff. Have turtle. Maybe they'll find her. How much longer does he have in the military, Rachel? Oh my gosh, he wants to do a 20-year? Oh, baby, I don't know if I can handle that. Because they move y'all around like crazy, don't they? Me too, Z. See, I don't think I can handle military. I don't think I could. I don't think I can handle military life. I like to be grounded. About every 3 to 4 years. I was thinking that's what they move. Well, if I were, or shoot, I have Vi on my mind. Z, where are you looking for land at, babe? And how much are you looking to spend? Because I can help you look for land. Well, see, you were raised doing it, so you're used to it. You want land in California? Or do you want land out of California? Please tell me you want out of California. You love California? See, I don't think I could handle. Hey, Mark. You want me to look around Oklahoma for you? Oh, I'm sorry, Rachel. Well, I tell you, in Oklahoma, you want the prettiest part of Oklahoma. That's southeastern. Hey, Mr. J. I don't think I could do California. They're too left wing for me. And it wouldn't do me much good, because if I was to go to California and see all those tent cities and all the homelessness, it'd break my heart. Your hubby would be willing to live in Oklahoma? Hey, Zoltan. How are you? Um, how much land are y'all looking for, Monica? And what price range? I am wonderful, James. How about you? You're better than last night. That's good. I had no clue what you just said, Zoltan. Yeah, and the thing of it is, I'm not trying to be mean, but the Democrats have just ruined those cities. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. J. I have no idea what you're saying, Zoltan. Oh, you live next to the Texas-Oklahoma border. Which side? Is it western Oklahoma? Or, yeah, I have no, it's French. I don't know what it's Greek to me, because I have no clue. Um, what's the biggest town that you're near to Oklahoma? Christie? Portuguese? Brazilian? I don't know. It says I know who he is. Well, I'm glad you can read it, because I can't read it. Oh, you're on the Texas side of Idabel. So you're down by the Red River. I don't know what he said. I cannot read it. Well, girl, you're not far from me then. Oh, are you going to try to make the meet up in Oklahoma? Um, Christy, do you know where McAllister, Oklahoma is? I think so, Monica. All right, girl, I am just 25 miles northwest of McAllister. So you're only like 2.5 hours away from me. My name is Dana. Duncan, how can you read this? Y'all must be bilingual because I ain't. Oh, Google. Oh, he must be very bilingual then. No cat, no, my dogs rule. These cats are pain in the patootie. You loved going through McAllister when you drove a truck? French and Spanish, I think. Honey, I would if I could. I can't stand cats. Not in my house. They're okay outside. Well, that's fine. I'm not a cat person. I'm just not a cat person. And she's trying to make me one. It don't work, does it? Huh? Hey, don't ignore me. Yeah, it's a Scottish name. That is Abby. We call her Yabby because we got a granddaughter named Abby. She is not this one. The only thing this one catches is a nap. Well, all right, let me take that back. She will catch a mouse and let it go. I, I think she just does it because she's evil. She knows I don't like cats. I like outside cats and I like big cats. I don't like little big cats. The rats are too fast for your chihuahua. Well, if this one was to go outside, my dogs would chase it. Hey, I ain't over there. I'm talking to you over here. Yabby. Yabby. See? She's clueless. Yabby. So what are you doing? What do you want? You got food. You got water. What do you want? Now, I petted you, go away. They want to know your hobbies. Eating, sleeping, and driving me bonkers. That's her hobbies. You ain't got to get on my computer. Get away from the computer. Well, I have 4 dogs in the house. I have a Great Dane Mastiff mix. Mainly Bella's outside because she's my guardian dog. But she does come in at times. And then I had the Domino, which is part Red Heeler and Basset Hound. And then I have a Pug Zoo, which is half pug and half Shih Tzu. His name is Bear Bear. He's my little Ewok. You've going sleeping on your poncho liner. Yeah, she don't have nothing to do with me until I'm talking on the computer or playing Bingo Blitz. And then I gotta have her undivided attention. She's gotta have my undivided attention. And there's only been really 2 or 3 cats in my life that I've liked, and that was Tudor, Bobby, and Angel. And this one I tolerate. I wouldn't have her if she wasn't my granddaughter's. Oh my gosh, she's allergic to darn near everything. Well, I tell you what, that cat, she drives me bonkers. I mean, she really does. She gets on my nerves so bad. And I love dogs. The bigger, the better. I'm not too crazy over Chihuahuas. I've had a couple of Chihuahuas that were really nice, but my sister had a Chihuahua that was her name was Tequila, and she acted like she was drinking a lot of tequila. She was a mean little thing. On my I guess you could say my white parts, I'm descended from royalty. Um, according to my genealogy, Caesar was one of my ancestors, and Mark Anthony was one of my ancestors. And people wonder why I have a temper. So, and then plus I got Indian in me. All right, Christy, you take care, honey. It was nice meeting you. Well, see, now the two Chihuahuas I had, they were really sweet. They wasn't yappy little dogs. They hardly ever barked. They loved everyone. But my sister's dog, y'all, I'm telling you, her name was Tequila, and she was like a mean person on Tequila. She was a horrible little dog. Oh. Now my daughter has a bearded dragon. Oh, they're hairless cats. Those are so creepy and cool at the same time. Now, I wouldn't mind a hairless cat. I'm just saying. I wouldn't mind a hairless cat. I think one of those would be cool. You had a sheepdog to chase you. Now, another one you can look into, Rachel, that they say are that people's not really allergic to either is Yorkies. Oh, and schnauzers. They say schnauzers are hypoallergenic. Now, I don't know. Ooh, I bet that was a pretty dog. Now, I had a Great Dane named Harley. That girl she'd open doors. I have a video of her opening a door. You'd be friends with the squirrel, Betty. Yeah, one of my videos that I have out, I was outside doing something and Harley opened the door and come outside. The only thing is she wasn't worth a darn at shutting the blame doors. I tell you, wintertime, she about froze us to death. She'd let herself out to potty, but when she'd come back in, she wouldn't shut the door. Yeah, schnauzers are good micers. Rat terriers are good micers. I kept telling Harley I was going to put a magnet on her tail. I think Labradoodles are supposed to be where people ain't allergic to them. Oh, ferrets are, boy, I tell you what, we had a ferret. Nosiest blame thing I ever seen in my life. Couldn't keep it out of nothing. Cabinet doors, it opened cabinet doors. You go to, I tell you what, I don't know how many times I blamed ferrets scared the snot out of me. You should get in the cabinets. You wouldn't know where they were at. And you'd forget about the stupid ferret, okay? You get down that cabinet to get a pot or a pan, that thing jump out at you. I don't know how many times I fell back on my butt. I'd tell her, Tika, I'm going to end up shooting you. We ended up giving her away. Yeah, I like dogs. But yeah, we ended up giving the ferret away. You can't sleep when. I need to get around and try to get to bed. But I took a nap when I got home and Rick didn't wake me up. He said, I figured you needed the rest. I said, I appreciate that, but every time you let me do that, I said, I don't get a blame thing done. I love critters. I'm not crazy about cats. I love big cats. Don't get me wrong. My friends used to have a mountain lion named Scooter. I'd go over to play with that cat. Me and him would wrestle for hours. I love big cats. These little cats, I'm afraid I'm going to hurt them. Yes, they're destructive. And they're like a pack rat. Ferrets are like a pack rat. Every time I don't know how many plastic bags I found in the bottom of my cabinet where that stupid thing would grab a Walmart bag, take it up in the cabinet. Please stay off the computer. Gosh, you're going to drive me to drinking. I've been telling Rick I want a barn with a house in the top. That way all my critters can live with me. He doesn't like that idea. I've been begging Rick for peacocks. And he tells me no. I love to listen to him. He don't. I don't know. I've never ate a peacock. But I want some peacocks, but Rick don't like the way they holler. Well, guineas are good watchdogs too, but the owls sure do like to take away the guineas. Of course, guineas are mean. I tend to make chicken and dumplings. I make guinea dumplings because mine pissed me off. I had a rat. He was white with black spots. His name was George. I could put a sunflower seed on my lip and he'd come grab it out. Me and that rat got along great. We'd watch TV and he'd get up on my shoulder and he'd watch TV. Everybody said, "You're going to like him till he poops on you." That rat never pooped on me. I've never ate any. Y'all, I'm going to grab something to drink. I'll be right back. Y'all can, Abby will keep y'all company for a little bit if I can get up. I got dogs all at my feet. I guess you didn't want to keep company. Peacocks are finicky. She done left. Now my Pyrenees, she likes to play, but she don't hurt you. Even when she goes to jump up on you or whatever, she puts all of her weight on her back end and just lays her paws on you. Lynn. Oh my gosh. Uh, I'd say Abe eats whatever he says he'd eat. And you're back. Have you got a bug? Do you need a bath? Yeah, rats are real smart. I used to have some chinchillas. And they're cute, soft, and cuddly, but they're not very bright. Siamese cats howled and watched a Disney cartoon. Yeah, yeah, that cat. And this cat hated me. I mean, she hated me. I wasn't real fond of her either. But we get along now. Oh, wow. You must have worked at one of them fancy places, Aiden. That ate exotic foods. But y'all, I've been on here 2.5 hours. Lord Scarborough's land. Aid worked for royalty. So, yeah, I'm going to call it a night. Remember, the world's a better place because y'all are in it. Please never forget it. And I love y'all, each and every one. Y'all take care. Bye.